Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to us all to this episode. And inshallah, in this episode, we are going to learn about al-maf'ul bihi. We've learned about the fa'il, which is the doer of the action word in the sentence. And so we are going to learn about the al-maf'ul bihi, which is the object in the sentence, the recipient of the action of the doer. So inshallah, we are going to understand it easily through this simple display. Okay. As I said, grammar is we keep building upon it. So you need to understand every step very well before you build upon it. Else when you build too much, the foundation is weak, it will break down. Okay. So let's get to our topic without wasting much time. Al-maf'ul bihi, the object. Al-amthila, examples. It says shadda at-tilmidhu al-habla. Shadda means to tighten something. Shadda, to tighten. Shadda at-tilmidhu. At-tilmidhu is a student. Al-habla, rope. So the student or the pupil tightened the rope. Pupil as P-U-P-I-L. At-tilmiz is sometimes referred to that, and at-talib is generally a student. At-tilmiz sometimes specifically pupil, that P-U-P-I-L word. So shadda at-tilmidhu al-habla, the student tightened the rope. Tawat, example number 2, tawat al-bintu. So tawat al-bintu al-thawba. The verb is tawa. It's tawa, and there is a yai here. Alif maksura. Al-alif maksura, the alif that looks like yai. The alif that looks like yai without the dot. Just the writing of yai, but without the dot. So tawa, that is the verb. And it means to fold. So he says here, tawatil bintu athawba. The girl folded the dress. Athawb is the dress. Akala al-dhi'bu al-kharuf. Al-dhi'b is wolf, a wolf. That is what it's called, al-dhi'bu. And then al-kharuf is sheep. Al-kharuf, sheep. Okay. Example number 4. Yarbahu as-sabiqu ja'izatan. As-sabiq, we've seen the word sabaqa a lot. Al-amsilat al-sabiqa. Al-amsilat al-sabiqa, in that sense, it meant the previous examples. The previous examples. But in this sense, as-sabiq is the winner. When you are doing competition is called musabaqa. Musabaqa, from the verb sabaqa, to compete with. So if we say as-sabiq, that is the one who comes as the winner in a competition. So he says, yarbahu as-sabiqu ja'izatan. The winner earns a reward. Ja'iza is a reward. And yarbahu is from rabiha. Rabiha is to earn, to get profit. Okay. Here, yarbahu as-sabiqu ja'izatan. The winner gets or earns a reward. Number 5, yasidu al-tha'alabu dajajatan. Yasidu is to hunt. Yasidu is from the verb sada. Yasidu, to hunt for something. H-U-N-T. Al-tha'alabu is fox. F-O-X, fox. So yasidu al-tha'alabu dajajatan. The fox hunts or is hunting the chicken, or for chicken. It's hunting for chicken or is hunting the chicken. Okay. Example number 6. Yabi'u al-qassabu al-lahma. Al-qassab is a butcherman or a meat man. A meat man or a butcherman. So yabi'u, from ba'a, yabi'u, to sell. Yabi'u al-qassabu, the butcherman sells al-lahma, meat. Al-lahm is meat. M-E-A-T. Okay. Al-Bahth, getting into the explanation. It says, Now, from your previous knowledge, from the previous lesson we did, you can easily tell which is the fa'il here, which is the doer in these sentences. Because we've said, al-fa'ilu ismun marfu'un yadullu ay ismun marfu'un taqaddamahu fi'lun wa yadullu ala man qama bil fi'l aw yadullu ala man fa'ala al fi'l. That is the definition we gave fa'il in our previous lesson. We said al-fa'ilu ismun marfu'un, it's a nominative noun. Taqaddamahu fi'lun, that is being preceded by a verb. وَيَدُلُّ عَلَى مَنْ فَعَلَ الْفِعْلِ, and it refers to the one who did the action. So in the first place, when we see the verb, which is shadda here, if you are looking for the fa'il, we are looking for a noun that is in the nominative case, that is having dhamma. And it is preceded by a verb. In this case, this is the verb. And it refers to the one who did the action. And it falls on at-tilmiz perfectly. So when giving the meaning, you see the dhamma on tilmiz, you say the student tied the rope. You get to know that the student is the one doing the tying. Okay. And then we look at tawat. This is the verb. And then this is al-bintu. There is a dhamma here, but not apparent, I think, in the text. Al-bintu, seeing the dhamma on al-bintu and it being a noun coming after a verb, then we get to know that it is the doer of the verb. Likewise, al-dhi'bu here. You see as-sabiqu, al-tha'alabu, al-qassabu. You see the dhamma. That is what shows us that this is the one doing the action. Okay. So let's look at the object. The object basically is the recipient of the action. Not the one doing the action, the recipient of the one doing the action. I think it is just as it's in English. Okay. There's al-bahsu. Kullu jumlatin. As I've said, the kasra is not here, but I know if kullu comes, the word that comes after it should take kasra. So I will read kullu jumlatin. Each sentence min al-jumal as-sabiqati, from the previous sentences. Murakkabatun min. This is our expression. Murakkabatun min, formed from, composed of. So each sentence among the previous sentences is composed of fi'lin wahidin, one verb, wa min ismain, and two nouns. It's composed of, or is made up of, one verb and two nouns. Ismain. Al-ismul awwal, the first noun, huwa, is allazi sammaynahu fa'ilan, is the one that we named fa'il. If you remember, as I've just explained, the one with the dhamma, it is the one that we named fa'il in our previous lesson. لأن الفعل صدر منه. صدر منه means to come from. If you say صدر, if you say something صدر min, or صدر an, that is, it came from. So هذا الدرس يصدر مني. This lesson يصدر عني. عفوا. هذا الدرس يصدر عني. This lesson is coming from me. We say صدر عن الجريدة. That is, صدر الخبر عن الجريدة. The news came from the press. So we say صدر عن, to refer to, came from. So here it says لأن الفعل, we named it fa'il لأن الفعل, because the verb, that is the action, صدر عنه, the action came from this noun that we named fa'il. So if we say يصيد الثعلب دجاجة, الثعلب, because of the dhamma, we say it is the one that صدر منه, صدر عنه الفعل. الفعل, the fi'l, the action came from this particular noun. Okay. وإذا بحثنا في الأمثلة الثلاثة الأولى, and if we check in the first three examples, as usual, the first three are these ones. 1, 2, 3. These are the first three examples. Okay. It says وإذا بحثنا في الأمثلة الثلاثة الأولى. If you check in the first three examples, رأينا أن الاسم, رأينا, we see that the noun أن الاسم الثاني, the second noun, في كل مثال, in each sentence, وهو is coming to name the second nouns for us. So we have the first noun, which we say is the fa'il, is the doer of the action. And the second noun, he's coming to talk about the second noun. So shadda at-tilmizu, at-tilmizu is the first noun, al-habla is the second noun. So he says, وهو al-hablu, the rope, al-thawbu, the dress, al-kharufu, the sheep. These are the second nouns in the first three examples. هو الذي وقع الفعل, let's put it up. هو الذي وقع الفعل عليه. If we say وقع على, to fall upon, so it is the one, these names are the ones that the action fell upon, بمعنى they are the recipient of the action. هو الذي, أي هذا الاسم الثاني هو الذي وقع عليه الفعل. This second name is the one that the action fell upon, is the recipient of the action. فالفعل, for the verb, وهو الشد, which is the tightening, the verb which is tightening, الذي حصل من, which happened or occurred. حصل mean to happen or to occur. It's almost like وقع, حصل, حدث. Three words, we can just absorb them now. وقع, حصل, حدث. These three means to happen. Okay, فالفعل وهو الشد, so the action which is the tightening, الشد, tightening, الذي حصل من التلميذ, which occurred from the student, which the student did. وقع على الحبل, the rope is the recipient, it fell upon the rope. So we have حدث من, such like صدر عن, حصل من, it's like صدر عن. Okay, so he says this second noun is the recipient of the action. So he says وقع على الحبل, so the action of the tilmiz fell upon the rope, and the rope here is the recipient. والطي, the folding, which is the verbal noun of the طوى, the folding, الذي فعلته البنت, the folding which the student, the girl did. وقع على الثوب, it fell upon the dress. So she folding, the dress is the recipient of her action of folding. والأكل, and the eating, الذي صدر من, so you see صدر من, حصل من, صدر عن, حدث من, they all go with the same meaning. والأكل الذي صدر من, and the eating which occurred by الذئب, the wolf. وقع على الخروف, it fell upon the kharuf. So the kharuf, which is the sheep, is the recipient of the action of the wolf which is eating. فالتلميذ, the student. والبنت, and the girl. والذئب, and the wolf. كل واحد من هذه فاعل, each one among these is called fa'il. As I've already explained previously, the ones with the dhamma, who are the ones doing the action, those are what we call fa'il, as we've explained in the previous lesson. Okay. Wal hablu, and the rope. Wal thawb, and the dress. Wal kharuf, and the sheep. Kullu wahidin min hadhihi, each one among these, waqa'a alayhi al-fi'lu, the action fell upon it, or it is the recipient of the action. Wa yusamma, and is called, it is called maf'ulun or maf'ulan here, because it is called, it becomes maf'ulan bihi, it becomes the object. So in any sentence or in any verbal sentence, When you see a verbal sentence, you are looking for a verb. The verb will tell you what is happening here. Is it running? Is it eating? Is it dancing? The verb will tell you this. And then what you are looking for again is another noun that has dhamma, which is the one doing the action that you've just read. So you look for a noun when you see akala, eating, then you are looking for something. And then you see al-waladu, okay, the boy has eaten. Then you are looking for what again? Maf'ulun bihi. You're looking for the object. What did the boy eat? So you see akala al-waladu dhamma, at-ta'ama with fatha. At-ta'ama, it will have fatha. So that's the one that is receiving the action is what we call maf'ulun bihi. Okay, it says وَكَذَلِكَ يُقَالُ فِي بَقِيَّةِ الْأَمْثِلَةِ, as we've seen this expression severally, and likewise is said in the remaining examples. وَإِذَا تَأَمَّلْنَا, and if you should look through أَوَاخِرَ الْأَسْمَاءِ, أَوَاخِر, this word is the plural of آخِر. Sorry, this word here that we have here, أَوَاخِر, is the plural of آخِر, the ending, the tail of something. So he says, وَإِذَا تَأَمَّلْنَا, and if we look through أَوَاخِرَ الْأَسْمَاءِ, the endings of the nouns, التي, which تدل على المفعول به, which refers to the object, those nouns that refers to the object, if you look at their ending, وَجَدْنَاهُ وَجَدْنَاهَا, we find these endings mansuba. Mansuba bimana, it is having fatha. It is having fatha. As I've said, the fa'il, we said the endings of the fa'il is marfu', and we said the basic sign of marfu', what will let us know a word is marfu', is the dhamma at the end. And here we are saying that what will let you know that this word is the object, or what will let us know that this object here is actually true, is that we see a fatha at the ending. And I said the fatha and the dhamma, they are basic signs, not just the only signs, but for now we understand them to be the sign. So dhamma is a sign for marfu', and fatha is a sign for mansub. So when you hear mansub, you are thinking about fatha. When you hear marfu', you are thinking about dhamma. Okay. Al-Qaida, the ruling. Al-fi'lu, al-maf'ulu bihi, the object is defining. Ismun mansubun is a nominative noun, that is, it has dhamma, mansub. You keep your fatha there. Ismun mansubun is a nominative noun, a noun with fatha. Waqa'a alayhi fi'lu al-fa'ili. The action of the doer fell upon it. That is how we define it. Al-maf'ulu bihi ismun mansubun waqa'a alayhi fi'lul fa'il. The object is a noun that is in the accusative form. Mansub is accusative. Sorry, I think I said nominative. Mansub is accusative. That is the grammatical case. So when we say a word is mansub, the word is having fatha at the end, basically. So al-maf'ul bihi, this is the definition. You memorize it. Let me clarify it once again in a form of conclusion. As we've learned fa'il and maf'ul bihi. These sentences that we have, let's use about two of these sentences. One here, I think that will be fine. Okay, so we have the first sentence that we have is Shadda at-tilmidhu al-habla. So in a person who has learned Arabic, you've learned about fa'il, you've learned about fi'l madhi, you've learned about fa'il, you've learned about maf'ulun bihi. When you see such a sentence, grammatically it should be very easy for you. Understanding it should be very easy for you. You have a sentence, shadda, that is your verb. Shadda, tighten. At-tilmizu, the student. Al-habla, the rope. When you see such a sentence, who is doing what? Now, because this is a rope, it seems easy. I'll bring another example which will make it a bit complicated. But when you see two nouns after a verb like this, the one doing the action is the one carrying the dhamma. That is the one doing the action. And the one carrying fatha is the one receiving the action, is the object. So we have at-tilmizu being the fa'il. And it is marfu', it is having dhamma, it is marfu', that is, it is nominative, it is in the nominative case. And al-habla is the maf'ul bihi, al-maf'ul bihi that we've just studied now. Because why? It is carrying fatha, it is mansub, it is in the accusative form. Okay, let's take this. This is past tense verb. And here we have yarbahu, present tense verb, earns. As-sabiqu, so earning, who is doing the earning here, is the one with the dhamma, as-sabiqu. And what is the object in this sentence? We have ja'izatan, fatha here. Ja'izatan, that becomes the object in the sentence. So as-sabiqu is fa'il and ja'izatan is al-maf'ul bihi. Now again, this sentence I mentioned from the verse in the previous lesson, the lesson and the fa'il. Let's bring it back. We had the sentence qatala Dawudu Jaluta. Qatala, he killed. Who killed? Then we have two nouns, Dawudu and Jaluta. Now, what will make you tell this Dawudu is a human being, Jaluta is also a human being? How would you know who killed who? The only thing that will tell you is that Dawudu is ending with Dhamma. So it is the one doing the noun Dawudu, the person Dawud is the one doing the killing. And Jaluta, carrying Fatha, being Mansub, is the recipient of the killing. So Dawud killed Jalut. That is how you end up understanding the sentence. So let's try to grasp this and also memorize the definition. Let's not take it like try to strengthen our understanding in any field. And whenever anything tries to be dark for us, cloudy, and we don't get it well, let's do well and ask questions. Just ask any question that comes to mind. Anything that is unclear for you, ask for it to be clarified. Nahu means clarity. It needs to be understood very well. Okay, so till we meet again, have a nice Arabic grammar time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye bye.